Okay, lots of messages yesterday asking to see Audrey in action, so we are gonna do that today. So I already have my 3D foundation on, bronzer, all of that stuff. I've just reserved my blush and my lip color for this, just so I can show you this shade and how it looks in person over the camera. Okay, so I'm gonna take this color right here. It's called Audrey. This is Seint's Shade of the Month, which means it is available for the month of May or while supplies last. I know last month's Shade of the Month sold out early, so you definitely do not wanna sit on this color if it's something you're interested in. Now, I'm gonna use the denser end of the blush and bronzer brush to apply it. I kind of switch up which brush I use for my blush depending on like how pigmented the color is. When it is a super pigmented color, I tend to go with one of the wispier brushes like the blend brush or this brush right here, which is called the shaped brush. It's in the demi line. But because this color is on the lighter side and I know that I'm gonna wanna make sure I get enough product, I'm gonna go with this one because it's gonna give me a little bit more distribution of color. Okay, so I'm just gonna tap it in here and then I'm just gonna very lightly start tapping it onto my cheeks. Okay, so let me get a little closer here so you can maybe see the color a little bit better. It's a cloudy day here, so I don't have the best lighting in the world and it never shows off as well on the camera, but it is definitely there. It's a very pretty, soft, muted pink. It's, I think, the lightest shade that Seint probably has ever done, but it is a really, really pretty color, but it's definitely more on the subtle side, which I think is actually a really good color for like the summertime, just because a lot of people don't want to wear a lot of heavy makeup in the summer, but this can give them just that little flush of color that's not going to kind of overwhelm the look, especially if you're wanting to keep things super low key with just like a little bit of bronzer or illuminator or something like this. You could use a color like Audrey just to give you that little bit of flush and kind of add some life to your face, but without making it look like you're wearing full-blown makeup when you're going to like say the beach or the pool or something like that. All right, now I personally am not a huge fan of matte shades on my lips, so I'm actually gonna use a little bit of lip conditioner before I try this on. I'm a little bit more nervous about this one on my lips, mainly because I feel like I'm so fair that I feel like this is gonna kind of maybe make my lips blend in a little bit more than I would like. To my skin tone, I think people that have a darker complexion, this would be a really pretty like nude pink for them to wear. Little bit less confident in it on me, but we'll try it out and see what happens. Okay, so starting out with the lip conditioner first, just to give me a little bit more moisture and something for this color to grip to. And then it's a little corpsey on me. I think if we're just being honest, it's a little corpsey on me. Yeah, I think we're gonna play around with this a little bit more. Hold on. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do is maybe I'll try to do like an ombre and have kind of some of the lighter one, but then maybe just kind of add a touch of a darker shade to the outer corners. This color that I'm adding is called Plum. And I'm adding this just a little bit right on top of Audrey. And I'm doing it just on the outer corners. And then I'm keeping Audrey right in the center. And then I'm just gonna add a touch more Audrey right to the center to make sure we keep that ombre. Liking that a lot better. Okay, so this right here is the finished look using Audrey. Obviously, I used some Plum, a different color, on part of my lips, but I used a very little amount and I only used it on the outer corner, so that way I could kind of keep the integrity of Audrey in place. But this is kind of the finished look. It's obviously, like I said, it's a more subtle color. It's not gonna give you like a wow factor by any means. And so just kind of keep that in mind, but it is a really pretty color. Great, I feel like for summer and when you're wanting something a little bit more low key, this would be a really good one to get in for that purpose. Now, as an artist, I own every product Seint has ever made. I want to try all their stuff. I like to kind of test it out. But one of the things that I've loved about it and that has been a really cool thing to learn as an artist is that no matter what the color is, and no matter what your skin tone is or your natural preferences, you almost always can make it work. You know, I demonstrated that in that last tutorial that I posted, the one with Rosewood, which was a lip and cheek color that they did a few months ago as their shade of the month. And it was too warm for my skin tone, but after playing around with the application, I found a way to make it work, and it's actually one of my favorite combos now. And then here, same thing. This wouldn't have been a color I naturally would have gone to put on my lips, but after mixing it with a couple of other things, I was able to get it to work the way I would want it to. So just kind of keep that in mind with all of the different colors. If it's not working initially, there are definitely some things that you can do to make it satisfactory and make it actually be something you end up loving. So I will go ahead and I will link Audrey, and if you grab this color, don't be afraid to kind of play around with it, because I think there are probably a lot of stunning combinations that could be created using this as the base. So I will also go ahead and link Plum, which is the other lip and cheek color that I used in combo with Audrey, as well as the lip conditioner. And then I will go ahead and link the blush and bronzer brush as well. And then if you are interested in getting color matched to 3D foundation, which is like the rest of the makeup that I wear, highlight, contour, bronzer, all of that stuff, I will go ahead, I will link my form here. All you have to do is send me a picture and I can let you know what you need to get started. And then if you are interested in the business side of Seint, if you're wanting to make some additional income, then I will go ahead, I will link some additional information about the artist program, which is what I'm a part of. And if you decide that this would be a good fit for you, I would love to have you join my team and mentor you here in Seint.